Hello. Yes. Actually, I wouldn't be giving you a question. I wouldn't want to, keep you much more than we have right now. But I just want, on behalf of myself and my family, I really made a very good decision of coming over today and sharing my time. You each have been very, very instrumental in opening again a person who had clammed up for the longest time, who had actually been part of a group of speakers, but someone who had just taken the back seat for a long time and not really considering what you have been sharing to us, but what you had given each of you. From the time that I actually I just got in touch with Mr. Lloyd just this afternoon, just this morning. I tried to be so brave, like what you said, Jana, be brave. I took the courage to even call my mentor, Mr. Gonzalez Pucholo, and got in touch with Mr. Luna here. And boom, everything, came about. And what you said, each of you, really will not just create a learning for me, but again, for each one here who had, braved the traffic, brave what else that could, be contained on our side. But definitely, I come with an attitude of gratitude for each of you. Thank you so much.
Okay, that is on behalf of the group. Thank you, Melody.
Greetings, JC Libiran, and again, same thing. We're just so blessed that you are here for your heart, for your message, and definitely, Paps will always be grateful for this moment that you've given us. Can we give them again a round of applause? Palakpakan sila. My question is this: that when you go back when you were starting in the speaking career, given a chance that you're going to advise the younger you, what would you say to that younger version of you when you were starting?
So it's a throwback.
Anyone
it's a
can answer it.
Throwback.
Throwback question.
30 years ago.
So let's just have a couple of us answer. I had been in theater in high school and college, and so I had good stage presence, but I would have been better quicker if I had had coaching.
Ask for help. It took me a long time before I had the courage to ask for help. I thought I could do it on my own, and I couldn't. So you'll grow when you ask for help.
Just because someone used a process to get successful doesn't mean that it will work for you. So look at it and see if it fits for you and if it resonates and it feels authentic to you.
You can see that we've all walked very different paths, and by being part of the group, this group, our groups, it puts us in connection with each other where we can learn and support each other on this path.
Be willing to be abnormal. Take risks and work more on your craft than on your marketing and your career, but the craft first.
You know my answer. Get up, dress up, show up. Just keep trying.
Wonderful. Thank you very much. Yes, Karen?
So a lot of you mentioned earlier about, hi, I'm Karen. I'm an image consultant, also a public speaker. And my question is, a lot of you earlier mentioned about the importance of authenticity in your craft, in your career. And in what I'm doing right now, I think in what a lot of us are doing right now, we are, I think, trying our best to achieve that. However, reality is that everything is moving forward when it comes to technology. And there's a lot of products, there's a lot of businesses, including what we do, that's starting to digitize, to be more digital. Everything's going towards that direction. And my question, I suppose, is, in my case, for example, being digital or techie is totally the farthest from authenticity. It's not me, and I understand that we need to learn it, and I understand that we need to figure out a way to adapt it if we really want to be successful, and we want to move, with the entire world, we want to move forward along with the entire world. So I wonder what's the best approach in embracing something that feels so inauthentic?
Oh, that's a good question.
Yeah.
Everybody's choosing me because I hate technology, and therefore, when I ran the company, I just brought people in who were really good at technology, and sometimes you can share with people who, play to your strengths. Maybe you can trade things, but I had a great lesson. I had in my head, I'm not a Buddhist, but Buddha said, with our thoughts we create our world. And I had in my head, I can't connect with people unless I'm face to face with them. And then I was having lunch in Singapore, and this man walked into the restaurant, and we saw each other, and with absolute joy, we jumped up, ran across, kissed each other and embraced. And I said, I'm really sorry, Jonathan, I can't talk to you. I didn't know you were going to be in Singapore, I'm with a client. And then I went and sat down, and I thought, that's the first time I've met you. Because all our contact had been via Skype. So it was in my head that I couldn't connect virtually. And that's the big learning. I still hate the technology, but I will talk to people virtually because it just depends what you're thinking, feeling, and what you say that makes the connection.
Yes, do you have somebody would like to answer?
What I would push for you and coach on you is reframe how you're looking. The words you used were very deliberate around how the digital pieces, how the digital technology, how everything is moving so fast. In fact, it's what we're talking about tomorrow at our conference is around disruption and how to be successful in that age of disruption. But I would reframe it for you or ask you to reframe to say, with all what's happening and that I'm aware of that, what can I add that's different? What can I add that can connect differently than what the technology is offering? So the more technology we have, and we all have heard this before, the more ways we have to connect in the world we're actually not connecting, that is much more of an opportunity for us to do what we do. It's the old adage of bookstores are coming back because people love e-readers, but there is a market for bookstores. Well, think about the market there is for doing something that's not digital and doing something that is different. So I would look to say, this is what it is. This is how I react to it. Reframe it from that to say, what can I add to contribute? Because you have an enormous amount to contribute because you're so eloquent and you had such a wonderful intro for me. So thank you.
Thank you. I have the answer.
I'll add to that and invite you to ask yourself this question. Will doing this make my life more wonderful? And if the answer is no, don't do it. For example, I have a Twitter account. I think I sent a tweet once, although at every speaker association meeting I go to, people say, oh, you should be tweeting all the time. Will that make my life more wonderful? No, I'm not going to do it.
First of all, I would like to say thank you very much. Maraming salamat po sa inyo. For, you're such an inspiration to us. Even we've been doing this for 20 years too, but, especially with you, Sir Troy, I was so inspired by your story. Anyway, what, as a speaker, it scares me more to ask questions rather than to speak in front. But anyway, one of my, I believe that our voice is a gift from God. And it's how we use it is our gift back to God. So it's so powerful that, you can change people's lives through our voice. That's why I use my voice in, I do a lot of voice acting skills, especially when I do speaking. I can do a child's voice. And I can do an old man's voice. But I can do many voices. Anyway, what can you say about the future of professional speaking in the Philippines, especially now that there is a PAPS, or Professional Association of Professional Speakers, and how can we help more each other to change the world to better? Thank you.
Ask that question.
I know in talking to Lloyd that, for months and months and months and months on email, No. No, that he does have that spirit of abundance in his heart, and that he's here to, with all of you, to create an association that truly serves one another and serves the Philippines. So when you work together as opposed to you collaborate instead of compete, then the future is bright. So I'm very excited to see this association start, and I know that if you do come from that place in your heart that you want to share, that all of the profession of speaking rises for everyone, and there's plenty to go around. There's so many different business models, and we're here to help and collaborate, and who knows, we can work on projects together, but lots of opportunity here.
Thank you. So last, do we still have a question? So we have 3 on the floor.
Wait. Can I?
So last 3.
Can
Okay.
I add to what Scott just said?
Yes.
So because I have contact with 10,000 colleagues around the world on a regular basis, I hear the trends, and the meeting planners are asking for experiences. The audiences want an experience. So if we are just talking and reading slides and telling our story, that's not an experience. So like Jana offers an experience, didn't she? You know, right. And Troy's story is a bit of an experience. So the challenge is, how do we create something that can't, back to the previous question, can't be replicated electronically? So if they saw the video and they got as much out of the video as they got from you live, you're not creating an experience. They have to experience you live in order to get the full experience, whether that's interacting with people around them or something theatrical. Like Jean does this fun thing in her program where those of you coming tomorrow will see that she's creating the experience. So that's the future.
Okay, thank you very much. Yes, quick question.
Like Melody earlier, I am very grateful to be here today. I thank Karen for inviting me, and I thank you all for giving the experience to us. I don't really have a question. I just want to say thank you. I really picked a lot of your brains today, and I will take this home and share it to my big family. I have 5 children, and so it's always exciting in my household. So something like this, gives me a peace of mind that I'm actually doing something right. And I know it's an ongoing journey of learning, and I really am thankful for connecting with you all and also for PAP. So thank you, and enjoy the rest of your time in the Philippines.
Thank you. Yes, next. The second to the last question.
Words are not enough to express our gratitude. Seriously, we're so overwhelmed by your presence. I have been trying to ignore Lloyd with all his chat with our group chats. I'm Ian Barcelona, by the way, and Mr. Awesome, according to me. Such a blessing seeing you around, and maybe more than the thank you, the gratitude, the question would be, how willing are you also to bring us all to your country? Are you excited for that? Yeah, so they'll hear from us, they'll learn our experiences, and Sir Scott, please reconsider having Singapore as the Southeast Asian office of the NSA. It has to be transferred to the Philippines.
Yes. Okay, can we have the last question?
Awesome. Thank you very much. God bless you.
Scott, Troy, Jana, Susan, George, Paul, hey, no coaching, come on. I can do this, Jean and Lynn. I know all of you because I did all your posters. And every day I post one poster per speaker. But Scott, thank you so much, and the team, thank you so much for this opportunity. And thank you for not letting go. And I guess that my message when we started is just the same. You did not let go of me, and we aren't going to let go of each other until we see each other growing to the best of our ability. So again, thank you so much. You are such a blessing.
Thank you very much. Okay, can we request the board.